Hey you guys, welcome back to Let's Talk About It. So today is going to be a little different, y'all. Today's actually going to be a story time. And with that story time, it's actually going to be about my first time. So yeah, we're going to just jump right into the story, y'all, because I know my video's been pretty long and they do require for you to sit down and focus. And if you anything like me, I can only focus for so long before I be like, all right, next. So we're gonna make this story time quick, simple, straight to the point. So I lost my virginity when I was 14. I know that's young, y'all, I know. But it was with the person that I was in love with at that time. Still love him to this day. This 20 years later. Still talk, still laugh, still everything. Okay, he's my best friend, y'all. And so we were dating at the time. We just started dating. One thing can say about him, he didn't rush me. Like some back in the days, you know how some dudes, little kids, be like, if you know they already having sex, they just be like, so well, when we gonna do this, when we gonna do that? But instead, it was so different. Like, it was up to me. You gotta keep in mind, I was innocent, I was young. He was into the streets, having sex, you know, doing what he doing, but he took me slow. So, of course, we were talking about it. Of course, I had questions to him instead of to my mama. I had questions about him. That me and my mama already talked about what they call it, the birds and the bees. We had already talked about that. But with him, it was different because I'm like, okay, so this is a dude. So let me just ask questions with him. And so, we started talking about it. So one day we planned it. We was like, you know what? This the day this is going to happen. So on that day, I don't know if I got out of school early or I didn't go to school. I don't know what it was, but I was already at home. My brother and sister was at home. So what he did was he caught the bus to my house. And I don't mean like the school bus. I mean the city bus, okay, y'all? We were young. We didn't have cars. It was your legs walking, you're riding the bike, you're catching the bus. Whichever one you gonna do. So, oh no, my nose is, I'm sorry, y'all. So on that day, he actually caught the bus to my house. So when he made it to my house, my brother and sister were already outside, y'all. So he got them some hot Cheetos, some honey buns, like that was their favorite snack. So he got all their snacks so that they wouldn't snitch on us. So I let him in the house. He came into the bedroom. I thought we started talking. He told me we didn't talk. He said we started kissing. And then I was like, well, if we had already planned this, what's the point of me, you know, talking? But I like to talk. I love to talk to him like back in the day too. So I'm like, you sure we didn't do no talking? We just went straight to it. Because I like to talk, as y'all can tell. He was like, no, Yolanda, we started kissing. Oh, okay. And then he's like, how I remember your first time and you don't? That's a good question. So he had to remind me of a lot of things, y'all, that I was just like, what the hell? So that's the story, y'all. So we started kissing. Clothes started coming off. And when I was fully undressed and I was fully naked, I didn't know I had the cover over me until he said that. And I was like, well, you know, I did do that. I thought about it like I did do that because you have to think, I'm 14. Nobody never seen my body but me. So it's like I'm about to share something with someone else and I was uncomfortable. But that man he's a man now, so that's why I'm saying man. But he made me feel comfortable. Like I said, he never rushed me. It was me that was always talking about it, not him. You know, because he was used to it. But he took his time with me, y'all. So as he removed the cover, you know, he got undressed. He started you know, getting down with the business, started licking, started touching, started feeling and everything. And we were, bam, right there, sticking it in. Full course, no warning signs. Just bam. I'm like, woo, woo. So with that moment, when I back then, being young, I never ever understood the saying that when you have sex or when you make love, you are exchanging souls, kinda. And at that moment, y'all, I felt like he was giving a piece of me. No, wait. I was giving him a piece of me, but he was giving me a piece of him. It was slow. I know it was hot as hell, y'all, because we was sweating. But it wasn't a sweat like, oh, this is like terrible. It was a sweat that I'm getting stronger. But like my connection is strong. Like our bond is strong because we started out as friends, like good friends. And we ended up in boyfriend and girlfriend, and we end up having sex. And that bond that we already had just made our sex incredible. And I can't really explain it, but it's just, I know it probably was like young puppy love, you guys, when y'all have sex and stuff like that, but it was totally different. When you're a woman and you're having sex, and sometimes you can be insecure about certain parts of your body that you don't want your partner to see, your husband to see, anybody to see, it makes you feel a certain way. But when you're with that right person that make you feel comfortable, because only you can make yourself feel insecure, only you. But when someone else is showing you that, hey, you know, don't worry about that, and you're getting in your head like, shit, I'm the shit, like, why am I worried about that? It's a different vibe. It's a different energy. And I'm so mad because I found out the other day that we didn't even freaking finish, y'all. But when I say it was amazing, my first time was not bad. It wasn't rushed. It was nice and slow. And we didn't finish, y'all, because I got a phone call from my mama. And I was huffing and puffing, and she was like, why are you breathing so hard? I was like, oh, nothing. I'm just doing this. I'm just doing that. And she was like, I need you to take the ground beef out. I'm on my way home. Now, my mom worked at a clinic that was around the corner from my house. So she was already on her way to the house. So we didn't even finish. So I had to jump up, go take the ground beef out. He had to jump up, put his clothes on, jump the fence, and then leave. So later on that day, I found out that what the young folks used to say, he popped my cherry, y'all. Even though we didn't finish, I ain't had that skin that was supposed to be there. That was gone, baby. He done popped that. So I never forget, I called my friend, and she came over. We sat on the porch, and I was sad. I was crying because the feeling that I got from him. And I think that's why to this day I go so hard for him, like, and I know he do the same for me. So it wasn't like I wasn't out here wilding like, I did this. Like, I was feeling myself, don't get me wrong. I was feeling myself because I'm thinking like, do y'all see this man that I got and he with me? And y'all know I'm a little kid, a teenager at this point, because we started, we were dating, so we continued our relationship. But I'm like, you see this man, you see me, you see how fine he is, he want me? To this day, he's still fine. Sorry, he is. So she sat on the porch and we talked or whatever, and I told her how I felt. But one thing I was kind of sad about is that me and my mom, we had a pact that if I was to save my virginity till I was 18, she was gonna buy me a brand new car. Yeah, I broke that trust. And it was more hurtful when she found out that I had sex. I think I never seen my mama that disappointed in me. And at that time I was young. I'm not gonna say I didn't care. It was just, I got this man that I want, well, this young man that I want. But we talking about mama going back and forth, fussing at each other. It really didn't even matter. But it was something that I was curious about. It was something that I wanted to do. And after that, since we didn't get a chance to finish, I'm not sure if he came back over later on that night when my parents were asleep, or he came back the next day. But I can tell you, after that, we were fucking like rabbits. Like, we was everywhere. The bowling alley, movie theater. I remember one time I was in a play at a college, and he came. I mean, yeah. But like I said, the same person that took my virginity was my first love. The same dude that took my virginity and my first love also broke my heart. And when he broke my heart, that was my first. Oh, y'all, baby, I was terrible. I'll tell y'all about that another time. But back then, I didn't realize what he was doing was only to protect me. Now I understand that, but he still broke my heart though. So my first time was good, y'all. I have no complaints about my first time. Now I can say this: as I got older and I started experiencing, other partners, and when I got married or whatever, I really knew the difference that I was not making love with those people. We were just fucking. It's a difference between making love and just having sex, just to get that feeling that you're really, if it's like a void, you're really not going to avoid that because it's just sex. So when you find someone, even if it's your first time, even if you're still a virgin at the age of 36 or 40, like what was that movie, 40-year-old virgin or something, even when you're that old, sometimes it's hard to how would I want to say? I guess it's hard to know the difference between between sex and making love, because it has to be that right person. Like, you have to have that bond with each other. If you don't share that bond, y'all are just having sex for the fun of it. When you make love, you connect with that person. You exchange souls with that person. And I don't know, y'all. So my question to you guys is, how was your first time? Do you remember your first time? Was it more romantic? Was it just, I'm about to turn this girl, for the dudes, I'm about to turn this girl over and just bend her down? Like, how was your first time? And it's so crazy because he's calling me while I'm doing my video. But like, how was it? Do you still talk to the person that you lost your virginity with? Another thing, some people lost their virginity of their prom night. Do you still talk to your date that you went to prom? I don't know. Some people probably don't, but because I know I don't. Whew. I don't. But, comment down below, like, share your story with me. How old were you? How was it? How did it make you feel? Do you regret your first time? Do I regret my first time? No, I don't regret my first time. I want to say I regret my age, but not regretting doing it, because it was something that I wanted to do, that I stated before. It's something that I was curious about. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that story time. And I will see y'all next time. I hope y'all comment, like, and subscribe for another video. We'll probably go into something else next time. But I just wanted to, share something light with you about my first time. So how was y'all first time?